Good afternoon and welcome to Live at the Lamex, previewing Borough's big home game in League 2 against Harrogate Town. Now, my name is Farley, and joining us on the show today we have a really special guest. Now, where to start with this special guest? He's had a very successful career in a professional game. He's played for a whole host of EFL clubs, including Charlton, Barnsley, Sheffield United, Notts County, Barnet, and our beloved Stevenage. He played in the 2018-19 Borough team, making 12 appearances. Now, since leaving the club, he joined Colchester United, where he was also a coach for the under-23s, and has also made a return back to Borough to be a coach at the academy. We're very special to have this guest today. It is a massive welcome to Jamal Campbell-Rice. Jamal, welcome.
Thank you very much.
How is it to be back at Borough and back at the Lamex?
Yeah, good. Nice to see some familiar faces. Obviously, like I was only here a couple of years ago, so there's still some players here that I played with, and obviously the gaffer I played with as well. No Dean Wilkins, so it's nice to be around some familiar faces again. Yeah,
now obviously you were heavily involved in that 2018-19 team that just missed out on the playoff places, I think, by a few points in the end. What did you make of that season and being involved in that team?
It was a strange one because we had a decent start to the season, fell off like a lot of teams do, and had a tricky middle of the season. And then all of a sudden we just started picking up results, and we found ourselves really in touching distance of the playoffs, and I think we just missed out on goal difference, was it?
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but that's football. But in some people's eyes it could go down as a very successful season.
Yeah, it was so close in the end, wasn't it, that season?
Yeah.
Now obviously at the academy down at Shepherdbury, how are you getting on down there as academy coach, and tell us a bit about the role?
Brilliant. I came in, I think, mid-October. My role is foundation phase lead, which is looking after the 9s to 12s. But what's been also great is that I've been with the 18s as well, obviously in this difficult time during this pandemic in the last year. I've been with Jordan Gibson and Ronnie Henry, and that's been fantastic. Obviously I was at Colchester last year with the 23s, so me being with them on the grass during the day and obviously with the kids at night, it's been brilliant. So I'm getting the best of both worlds.
Yeah, sounds really good. Now obviously you haven't had much time to watch Stevenage play this season, but you were able to watch the big win on Tuesday night with the boys won 3-0. What did you make of that result? Because it was a huge win for the club and the team.
Yeah, brilliant. I think if you're an outsider looking in, everybody would have looked at it and would have thought that Stevenage would have really struggled in a game like that against Forest Green, obviously flying and stuff. But Stevenage, obviously Danny Newton got a couple of goals as well, he was flying, and the boys just looked comfortable after that. And I think half the battle in football is just confidence. Once you get that first goal and then there was a quick fire second goal, the boys just looked like the confidence was there, and they saw the game out and was fantastic. Great result.
Yeah, superb win. Now obviously Alex Avell, who's Borough manager at the minute, he joined you in that 2018-19 season in that Borough side. Did you ever expect that he'd go on to be in management in football, and how well do you think he's doing this season in the managerial role?
I think Revs is one of them that, you always know that he wants to have a little bit more longevity in the game, so he wanted to go down that coaching route. He was on his A licence at the time. Am I surprised that he's gone into it so quickly? Maybe a little bit,
yeah.
But in this day and age, he's done fantastic. I think he's been in the job just a little over a year now, and we all know that this managerial gig can be a short stint.
Yeah.
Few results go. I think at the beginning of the season, I think people might have been thinking that he could have been one of the ones to go, but I'm absolutely delighted for him that he's turned it around, and the boys look like they've responded and they're doing really well now.
Yeah, completely agree. Now obviously lastly, today, really big home game, Borough. As we said, we're coming off the back of that 3-0 win on Tuesday night. What are you expecting from the game today? Because obviously it sounds like a toughie. Harrogate have won their last few away games. So what are you hoping to see from the game today?
Just a follow-on from Tuesday's result. The confidence should be high, and you're just looking if you can get back-to-back wins. That is fantastic. It looks like a good week. You just build from there, but you just take every game as it comes, and you just try to build slowly, not get too excited, and then you try to form a gap between us and the ones below us.
Yeah, I completely agree. Well, Jamal, it's great to have you on the show, and hopefully we can put some really good questions to you later, and we'll go through some Borough predictions as well.
Thank you.
Top stuff, Jamal. Now, on to our first interview of the Live at the Lamex. Now, Dan Bronowski was able to catch up yesterday with Luke Norris, Stevenage's new signing, and obviously Stevenage born as well, from Colchester United. Now, Luke Norris has been a really big impact, made a big impact in this season's team since joining the team in some of those brilliant results. Now, unfortunately, Luke suffered a knock a few weeks back, and once again, Dan Bronowski was able to catch up with him yesterday to talk about how he's finding it at the Borough and being brought up in town.
Luke, thanks for joining us on Live at the Lamex. Firstly, you've been a key part of the manager's plan since signing in January, although you've suffered with one or two niggles recently which have kept you out. How would you overall sum up your time at the club so far?
Two ways, I'd say. As a team, it's been very good because I think the week I joined, we didn't look the best in the league table, and then looking at it from now, I think we've improved on that massively, and it's been great to be a part of it. On a personal side, I'd have liked a lot more goals. But that's something. I could have scored a lot of goals and we could have lost a lot of games, so I'll take it the way it's gone. We've climbed up the table and we've almost give ourselves a good chance now to push on, and it's been really nice to be a part of that.
Do you feel as though we're still yet to see the best of you then?
Yeah, 100%. It was sort of trying to get up to speed. I think I was sort of getting there, and then took a bit of a hit with a couple of things which have sort of killed us almost in the momentum, but hopefully it's behind us now and we can sort of crack on again. But I think the result Tuesday night was great for us, and it puts us in a real good stead going forward.
Let's talk a little bit about your Stevenage roots. You was born and were brought up in the town. Tell me a bit about your upbringing here.
Yeah, I grew up as a kid in Bedwell, which isn't probably the nicest parts of the place, but I really liked it there. Went to Brun Barnes Primary School, not too far from here, and I was at my secondary school was Marriotts. I was there, left there, and I joined the ABC course, which was based in Hitchin with Yan, who's part of the youth team, coach and stuff here. He was my coach there. Dave Bass was part of it, and also I was there. And then another sort of Stevenage, Darren Sol took me to Brentford when he was there. So that's sort of been a quick fire. But yeah, Stevenage I moved away when I was sort of about 20 with other clubs, and I moved back about 3 years ago. Just used to travel in when I was at Colchester.
Was it a happy childhood?
Yeah, definitely. So I can't give any complaints. I was lucky to have childhood I have, I think.
You mentioned that you did some of your youth football at Hitchin, and would you have considered yourself a bit of a Hitchin supporter at the time?
No, I'm not really. I think I only ever played one of the sort of first team games there, and then I was only there for about 4 or 5 months before I left for Brentford. But no, my family, we're big Arsenal fans. We've got a couple of season tickets in the family, so yeah, we've always been Gooners, to be fair.
How nice is it now being able to wake up in the morning and have a 5-minute drive into work compared to what you were doing before?
Yeah, it's something which is I've never really had in my career, and not a lot of people realise the travelling sort of footballers do. At these levels, sort of your League 2, your League 1, lads are travelling in from quite a distance, and for it to be on my doorstep, it's something which is I'm very grateful for. And I most of the time I ride my bike into training, which I don't really think many footballers can say, to be fair. So no, it's I'm not too far from the ground, so I'm not far from here or the training ground, so I'm lucky, to be fair.
You've already mentioned some of your links to some members of staff here and at the academy, former and current, but I'm sure you've also got links to other supporters of ours and people who know around the club. I know that you're friends with Jamie Drakford, for example.
Yeah, Jamie I've known for a very long time. He used to work at the school. I've got a lot of time and respect for Jay. I think he's a top bloke, and he was. I think he was one of the first people to message me when he sort of got the little rumour of me coming here. So yeah, it's nice the club's got someone like him. I think he's the top man.
Just before we wrap up, how are you feeling at the moment, and are you almost ready to get back into the team?
Yeah, it's I've trained the last couple of days, so it's sort of, hopefully it's behind me now. I can sort of crack on, and hopefully I've got to try and get back in the team now. I see Listy and Newts were very good Tuesday night, but yeah, hopefully I can sort of help us keep going up the table.
Perfect. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Now, great to hear from Luke Norris there. Now, as you can see, the Borough team are out on the pitch warming up for the big home game in League 2 today. So you know what that means. We haven't got long till kick-off. So to be able to watch Borough's big home game in League 2 today, you need to be able to make sure that you've got an iFollow match pass. So for season ticket holders, you gain free access, log into your account and be able to watch today's game. If you're a non-season ticket holder, click the link in the description and pay again just £10 to watch Borough. I say it every week, that's an absolute bargain. Go to Matchday Live and you're in the front row seat to watch Borough in this afternoon's big game. Now, for people that are watching currently on the live YouTube platform of Live at the Lamex, make sure that you put in your Borough predictions. I'm going to be going through some Borough predictions later on with Jamal, and also if you want to ask Jamal a question, make sure you put it on the comment section. Okay, so make sure you put that in and we'll read them out to Jamal. Now, on Tuesday, Borough recorded a huge 3-0 home win against Forest Green to push the club up to 16th place. We're going to take a little bit look back at the action and also take a look at some of those fabulous goals. Wow, what a win that was on Tuesday night. Some fabulous goals there in what was probably one of the biggest wins this season. Now, Jamal, we spoke a little bit earlier about that big win on Tuesday night. Now, obviously, Borough scoring 3 goals past the top 3 side. How important was that for the team to get that result?
Yeah, huge. I just think it's a massive confidence booster. I mean, obviously this season things have been a little bit tough, goals have been hard to come by, and to go and score 3 goals, that might just give you that boost to go and kick on in the league. Yeah. The strikers might be thinking, especially Danny Newton, got a couple of goals that night. Yeah, can I go and replicate that again today?
Yeah, 100%. And what stood out for you in that performance? Because, you know, we've said a lot this season, we've been on the verge of getting that 3-0, but to put 3 goals in was great. So what stood out for you?
It's just getting that first goal, getting a second, and then seeing out the game. Because sometimes when you're at the other end of the table that you don't want to be, you might go one goal up, but then teams get back into the game and you're not able to hold on to it. But for the side to hold it against a side like Forest Green, who are flying in the league, it was fantastic.
Yeah, really good result as well. Now, I've just taken a look at some of your Borough predictions. We're going to read them out, and I'm even going to ask for Jamal's Borough prediction in a little bit. So we're going to go through some of these predictions. So we have got Ollie Webley, who has gone for 2-0 Borough. Ollie, That's the positivity we want to hear today. We've also got a very surprising 6-6 draw from Bob Sage. That's a wow, Bob, what a prediction that is. I wonder what you get on the odds for that at the bookies. My God, that's a really good prediction, Bob. We've also got a 2-1 Borough win from David Pickett. Really good prediction there, David. And we've also got a 2-0 win for Borough from Laura. And Harry Simpson, once again, has gone for that 2-0 Borough win. Now, Jamal, what's your prediction today? This will be very interesting.
I can actually feel a 2-1 Borough win as well myself. Yeah, I can see that today. So hopefully, I know a couple of the fans have put that in. So hopefully we're right and we can get that in.
Yeah, some really, really good predictions, and really good prediction from yourself, Jamal. Now, on to the next interview. Now, Dan Bronowski was able to catch up yesterday with Ben Coker. Now, Ben Coker was out for nearly 2 years before returning back from injury. Dan also spoke to Ben about what it's like to play with type 1 diabetes during the pandemic, and also to talk to Ben about how he's finding it at Borough.
Ben, thank you for joining us. First up, how have you found this season at Stevenage?
Yeah, I've loved it, to be fair. I've really enjoyed it. Obviously being out for so long, like coming back to a club that's pretty local to me has been it's been ideal really. So I think we're massively picking up now. You don't know what the end of the season can bring really, so it's been really good.
You joined us in the summer after a really difficult couple of years for you due to injury, which meant that you hadn't really played much football at all. Have you found that time away has changed your perspective on playing again?
Not really, just made me hungrier probably. Just always wanted to play football, and to be out for that long, it was a killer really from where I was. So obviously helping, like coming back this season, playing the amount of games I've played I've been absolutely chuffed. So hopefully I can just keep cracking on and keep getting the games in them and go from there really. But yeah, no, really happy.
Have you almost surprised yourself by how much you played this season? Was it something that you maybe weren't sure of at the start of the season, or did you always have that confidence in yourself and the work that you were doing throughout the rehab?
Yeah, I always had the confidence in myself, but coming back, like obviously we've had so many games, like it's been unbelievable. So to be where I am now and have my body feels good, it's been really pleasing. But yeah, a little bit anxious at first, like to get through the games. But yeah, I've come through it unscathed for the last 6-7 months, so I'm really happy.
As we know, the coronavirus affects everyone differently, but as somebody with type 1 diabetes, is it something that you and your family are even more aware of? And if so, how has that affected your behaviour? Is it any different to other players, do you think?
I just try to keep myself away really, like the missus. We just had a little girl, so we've been pretty much hidden away for the last 9 months to a year really. But yeah, with my diabetes, I've got my vaccine, so that's a massive plus. So we just got to keep ourselves to ourselves until it all opens up. But hopefully not long now before everything gets back to normal.
Yeah, you said you've had your vaccine, which I think would be quite rare amongst a lot of footballers. Was that something that was a no-brainer for yourself?
Oh yeah, 100%. I just wanted to, obviously hearing all the research and stuff, that it's the safest way, and hopefully. I had it, to be fair, so I had it just over Christmas time, so I was okay after that, and hopefully now I'm fully okay.
Let's end on some positive stuff. You've made I think nearly 30 appearances this season.
31 games, yeah.
31 appearances this season. Team playing some really good stuff. You must be delighted with how things are going and how we're picking up momentum towards the end of the season.
Yeah, it's massive. I think we've just proper cracked on, and the amount of games we've had, you don't really have time to think about the next game because you've got so many games coming up. You just proper go into games thinking we're going to win these games, and we've been in great form. Like we can start scoring goals like Tuesday night. I think we're hard to beat in a minute, so I think it's great time for the club. You don't know what could happen at the end of the season.
Can you put your finger on anything that's changed or something that's triggered the upturn in form?
Not really. I think there's been a couple of scrappy games, like the Tranmere game. I think was massive for us because the pitch was frosty. It was frosted up, and I think that really showed the mentality of the team. We can proper grind things out, and obviously Crawley as well. Them massive 1-0 wins, I think, massively helped our mentality, and I think we're really going into games now thinking we're going to win them. So it's great.
How big is that part of football and a team success, mentality, confidence, the things that aren't necessarily about fitness or execution?
Spirit, I think, is massive. I've got promotion out of this league before, and it's all about togetherness and everything like that. And I think the pandemic maybe has halted that a little bit, because we can't spend any time together outside of the football club. So
Yeah.
I think that has. But we've been together now. We win games. You win games. Spirit is massive. It comes with it, really. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Top man. Thank you.
Cheers.
Great to hear from Ben Coker there, and obviously a very important part of that Borough defence this season. Now, we are going to go through some of your questions that you would like to be put to Jamal, so we're going to have a look at them now. Now, Jamal, we've got quite a few questions for you, so
That's
we're going
all
to
right.
try and get through these the best we can. Now, first question is from Russ Vernon, and Russ has asked, best player that you played with at Stevenage?
Tough question. We had a very good squad that year. Probably for me, it was probably our player of the season, probably Joel Byram. For me,
okay.
very, very, very good technician, great footballer. Like, not the best mover, wasn't the best athlete, but like for keeping the ball ticking over and looking after the football, like, he was excellent.
A really good ball player, I like that one. We've got another question from Laura. This is a very good question. Laura has asked, what's the best and worst away grounds when you played for Stevenage? So I'm guessing obviously a best and worst that you played at. Tough one, that one.
Yeah, very tough. Probably away, probably it was Newport. Horrendous. And especially when you go there mid-season when it's cold, wet and windy.
Yeah.
That's not enjoyable. The best.
There's so many, isn't there?
Yeah, I think that's a tough one. I'm not sure I can. There's some good grounds in this league as well. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one.
Yeah, it's a really tricky one. I've got one really quickly for you. What's the best game that you've played in general at Stevenage? The best moment, the best game you've played?
Probably, I think it was when I a little bit contradictive, playing that Newport game. I was out for about 3-4 weeks with a calf injury. I come back, trained really well. Luther will hate me for saying this, but I tore him apart in training. I actually trained my way into the team out of nowhere. Played Newport away and played really, really well. Unfortunately, we lost, but just on a personal point, I done well that game.
Yeah, really good one. We've got another question here from the Broadhall Way, and the Broadhall Way has asked, best coach you've played under and why? That's a fantastic question.
A little bit ironic as well that he's down there coaching right now, but when I was at Sheffield United, Dean Wilkins, he was my first team coach. He was excellent. Him and probably Derek McInnes, who's currently the Aberdeen manager.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic coach, like superb. And it's no surprise that he's doing well now.
Yeah, really good answer. Right, we've got just enough time for a few more, Jamal. Owen has asked, who is your footballing idol?
Ronaldo, the real one, R9, the Brazilian Ronaldo.
Oh, okay, the centre forward.
Yeah. Incredible football player.
What inspired you to look up to him?
Just that he could do everything. He was quick, powerful, intelligent, great feet. Scored goals. He was just a complete football player.
Yeah, really good answer. We've also got another question from Knight Rider, love the name. And Knight Rider has asked, Jamal, who is the quickest runner that you've played against? I'm guessing the fastest player that you've ever come up against in your career. Again, that's a very good question.
Gareth Bell.
Really?
Kid, like when he was at Southampton, the kid was like a horse. I remember I was playing right wing and he was playing left back, and it might as well have been the other way around. He was playing left wing, I was playing right back.
Yeah.
He just took me the other way the whole game. He was so quick, so powerful, but yeah, he's rapid.
Really good answer. Now, to go along with that question, we've got a question here from Harry, who is asked, who is the best player that you've ever played against? Again, that is a superb question.
Yeah, tough one. Probably Wayne Rooney, Cristiano Ronaldo, Steven Gerrard. Like, I've played against all of like the top players. Like, I've been lucky enough and fortunate. Cristiano Ronaldo probably. Scholes.
Yeah.
Oh, what a football player! Incredible. Just knew his next pass 4 passes before.
Yeah.
He was so intelligent. Just a brilliant football player.
No, I noticed there that you mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo, and obviously he's risen up the game to be one of the best footballers.
Just a little bit.
He's like a rapid climb,
Yeah.
I would say. What was it like to play against Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah, good. Played against him in his his early years at Man United when he first come over, and he was that tricky winger. More so, like now he's more of a goal scoring centre forward, wants to score goals, as many goals as he can, which he's done. But then he was all about tricks, flicks, and playing against him when I was at Southend. And I gave him a little bit of a kicking. So
we are actually going to talk about this now, because some of the boys who were prepping the show earlier today showed me a video and a clip of you, let's say, tackling Cristiano Ronaldo. Was it the FA Cup that you played in? Now, a lot say that you were fortunate to not get a red. What did you think?
The guys down at the academy, like the academy manager Robbie O'Keefe and Jordan, speaking about saying that in this day and age that would have been a straight red. I think it would have been a straight 10 reds in this day and age. I think I'd have got a bit of a ban for that tackle, but that's when football was football. You could tackle like that, which was great. But obviously the game's changed a lot now. And
obviously, how did he take that challenge as well? Because I've seen the clip and he seemed okay, but
he was good as gold. Didn't want to come nowhere near me after. Knew that I was a little rat, but he was fine. He was good as gold.
Really good to hear. Now, I was also shown something else. Now, obviously, you're down at the academy doing some coaching at Sheppelbury. Now, I was also shown another picture of you with a group of kids. I think I showed you earlier as well. Now, this picture is absolutely superb. It looks like you're really kind of bumping the kids up. What is going on there? Because it looks like you're really getting into that. And
so when you play for the club, you got to do some stuff in the community, go around to schools and stuff. And I think it was me and Curtis Guthrie. We went to a school, and then once we had a little chat inside and talking about our careers and stuff, we took the kids outside, had a little kickabout. So it was really me against Kurt. So I had my team, he had his, bit of competition, and we was winning. So I just had to G them up a little bit, make sure that so I could drive home and give Kurt a little bit of stick. So it was just a little bit of banter.
I've got to be honest, looking at that picture, I think there's a future manager.
Hopefully one day soon, hopefully.
Really good stuff. Now, we're coming to the end of the show. Jamal, thank you ever so much for coming on. Have you enjoyed doing this today?
Yeah, brilliant, fantastic, and just want to say thank you for having me on, and obviously wish the boys all the best here today, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Yeah, well look, Jamal, we wish you the best of luck as well with what you're doing, and also at the academy, hopefully that keeps going on, because it looks like you're doing a brilliant job there.
Thank you very much.
Jamal, great to have you on today.
Cheers, buddy.
Thank you very much. Now, thank you to all the watchers on our live at the Lamex today. As you can see, the players are about to come out on the pitch for Borough's big home game in League 2. So you know what to do really quickly. If you haven't done this already, go and get your iFollow match pass to put you in that front row seat to watch Borough in League 2 today. Now, we will be back in 2 weeks' time doing live at the Lamex pre-match show for Borough's big kick-off in League 2 against Carlisle United. Oh, it's going to be a cracking game. My name has been Matt Farley. You've been watching live at the Lamex, and once again, come on the Borough.